for. You should be doing it for the love of this thing. Whatever this thing is that you do, you are a love-spreading machine as a human being.
Right.
Whether it's your love of carpentry, whether it's your love of electronics, what is it? What's your thing, man?
Right.
Everybody's got a thing,
Yeah.
but not everybody finds their fucking thing. Yeah. That's the problem with this world. So people get trapped in something that's not their thing, and that's what they are now. And they don't ever get to express themselves in a way that would make them feel good.
Well, for me, I always call it the why. And it's like what you said, even with the music. And that's what happened with those 70 songs. When the why comes down to, oh, this is catchy or this is a good song, I'm past the point of like, I want to help people, Joe. Like, my music has always been therapeutic. My music has always been for people. What got me into music was my mother. So my mother was a woman who struggled with extreme mental health issues and drug addiction. And she would never come out of her room, Joe. And she would come downstairs and she'd throw a record on and she'd light a cigarette at the table. And dude, I would watch the house change. Like brothers, sisters, cousins coming from across the street. We live in a little tight neighborhood, poor people, you know? Neighbors coming over. Her friends start flooding the house. And she held court. Joe, I would watch our kitchen turn into a nightclub. And she'd start telling stories. And listen, we didn't have Google. We had to believe the bitch back then, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So she would be like, James Taylor wrote this about his drug-addicted mother. You know what I'm saying? Or something, and play Fire and Rain. Right. Or she'd be like, Bette Midler wrote The Rose about, and we're just like all captivated. And then she'd play The Rose, and we're all crying in the kitchen together. And it's like, and I didn't understand, because I'm a kid, right? But something changed in her when the record went on, is how I looked at it. I didn't know anything about drug addiction, anything about schizophrenia or bipolar or any of this stuff she was dealing with, or manic depression back then, what they called. I didn't know any of this. I just knew that this lady never fucking leaves that room, and when she does, it seems like the music does it. So I spent my whole life writing songs for her, right? I was like, I kind of indirectly was like writing these songs for the addicted and the broken. You know what I mean? Because that's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
So it's like I found purpose in the music. And like I tell people, if I was going to do it for money, like any sane fucking comedian or musician, I'd have quit 10 years ago. Because fuck, I didn't make any for 15 years. You know, if I was doing it for money, I'd have quit forever ago and went and got a job. I just knew that it was always helping people. You know what I mean? It's like the music was all, because I seen how it helped my mother. And I knew the power of music. And to this day, like when you first bring up music, I'm like, I'm a mood guy. It's like, you know how I feel about what I got to go listen to. Like, to this day, if I'm going through something in life, I'll grab a joint, go hop in the pickup truck and tell my wife I'll be back. And she knows what I'm doing. I'm just going to go listen to music for an hour and smoke a joint, and I'm going to come back and sort through this shit.